Dead away like that? Yes, sirree. Miss Sally is some kind of actress. Well, you really think she's all that upset?
Well, I don't know. I'm sure she feels under a lot of pressure. She's got a long history with the Lewises.
That's putting it mildly.
I just can't believe, though, that she knew that Billy had tried to kill him before and wouldn't tell me about it.
Yeah, why would she do that?
I don't know. I don't understand it.
Miss Sally's built her life on secrets. I know she's your mama, Kyle, but there's a whole lot about Miss Sally I'm afraid you'll never know. And believe me, son, you may be better off.
If you're really ill, you don't have to testify.
How are you feeling, Miss Gleason?
I'm still a little shaky.
I want you to know that I'm not buying any of this.
Leave her be. The woman just fainted.
It's a tactic, one I've seen before.
This is not a tactic.
A word of warning. Continue with this evasion and delays, and I will have no choice but to have you declared a hostile witness. One way or the other, I will get you on the stand.
That will not be necessary. I just need a little time.
10 minutes. Force my hand, and it can only be rougher on you. 10 minutes.
Well, darling, I guess there's no way out. You're going to have to testify.
Cancel all my appointments for the day. I won't be in at all. And inform everyone that the foundation will be closed tomorrow in observance of a family death. Blue Jack. Brandon Luvanacek. Alexander Spaulding's son. Call me if there are any problems.
I thought you might want some company.
No.
And Alex, I'm going to take care of everything. You won't have to do a thing.
And neither will you. There's nothing to be done.
There's the funeral, Alexander.
There will be no funeral. Brandon's burial will be in private.
But Aunt Alex, there are still arrangements that have to be made.
It's been taken care of.
Alexander, we understand your feelings, and we respect them. But there has to be some sort of public service. Blue Jack had a lot of friends, and a lot of other people loved him, too.
I know. You may make arrangements for a memorial service. Whatever you feel is appropriate.
And Alex, is there anything else that we can do?
No. Nothing short of bringing back my son. And no one can do that. Not even the person who's responsible for killing him.
Guiding Light. This portion is presented by...
What are you talking about, Aunt Alex?
Isn't it obvious?
Largo is dead. His organization is destroyed.
It wasn't the organization that killed Brandon. It was the person who involved him in it to begin with.
Aunt Alex, you don't blame Beth.
Beth. Beth was the best thing that ever happened to my son. He'd be with her now. Alive and happy, planning their wedding, their future. If it weren't for Kyle Sampson.
Kyle?
You're wrong, Alexander.
Am I? Can you tell me Brandon wouldn't be alive if it weren't for Kyle and his reckless plan?
Alexandra, you were there. You know they were only trying to rescue Beth and Jackson.
That's why Brandon went. But Kyle used him, used his love for Beth to aid him in what was nothing but a selfish plan for vengeance.
And Alex, Kyle never wanted Lou Jack harmed.
Don't you dare defend him, Philip. Not to me. Not ever. You hear me? You remember what it was like before Kyle Sampson came to Springfield? The Spaulding family was safe and happy. Then he arrived with all his power, his ego, his ambition, and his self-made money. He disrupted our society, changed our lives because of his ridiculous vendetta against the Lewises.
And Alex, he was trying to discover who his father was.
He was trying to destroy the Lewises. He's a ruthless, vicious, heartless man who destroys everything he touches.
And Alex, he never meant to hurt your son.
He did nothing to prevent it. I went to him, Philip. Asked him, no, begged him to keep Brandon out of all this music business. I didn't go to him as a businesswoman. I went to him as a mother. And he ignored me categorically, made no attempt at all to understand my feelings.
You are too emotional to see things clearly. You're too upset.
I am not upset. I'm just determined. I've never seen things more clearly in my life. I know exactly what I have to do. And I will not stop or rest until Kyle and the Lewises have paid for what they've done to my son.
Oh, what is the matter? Will you just give me a break, BB, huh? You know, your mommy is a doctor. That's right, your mommy is a doctor, and she knows everything there is to know about babies. That's right. And you're not hungry, and you're not wet. Hi, it's you.
What's the matter with you, sweet pea? Oh, you come here to me. You come here to me. Oh, darling, you just tell me all about it, huh? Yes, there's now you're all better. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How did you do that? She has been fussing for hours.
Well, if there's one thing Reardons know, it's babies. Yeah, don't worry, you'll get the hang of it with a little experience. Was that good?
This court is once again in session.
Miss Gleason, do you feel well enough to testify?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Leader.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please be seated.
Go away.
Well, why don't you come in? Thank you, India. I think I will.
What do you think you're doing?
I've come to comfort you.
I want you out of here right now.
I read what happened to Brandon Lujek. The paper said you were related, and I thought maybe you didn't want to be alone.
Oh. Oh, you expect me to believe that?
Yes.
I'm not alone. I have my husband.
Well, where is he?
He'll be back any minute now.
Well, I'll just stay here and keep you company until he gets back.
Listen, don't con me today. I am not up for it.
Ah, that's what you thought back in the train, that I was conning you?
The train, You think what happened then gives you some hold on me? Well, you're wrong. And if you are thinking of blackmailing me, you better think twice. Because I'll tear you into little pieces. You won't even know what happened. Because you have no conception of who you are dealing with here. You take me on, and I'll destroy you. Now get out of here.
Are you finished? Good. There's something I want to ask you.
What?
Did you do this room or did you have it done professionally?
What?
The room. Did you do it?
Yeah.
I thought so. It has your influence everywhere, you know? It's rich and exotic, assertive, imaginative, yet with a certain elegance. It's just like you.
You are insufferable.
I know.
And Alex, you're being unreasonable. The facts just don't support your accusations.
The facts are simple. Brandon is dead, and Kyle Sampson is responsible.
Don't do something you'll regret. Don't seek vengeance. For God's sakes, listen to us. You've always trusted my advice in the past.
I don't trust anyone anymore. Trust leads to betrayal.
And Alex, wait, maybe you should talk to Ross. He'll help you see things in perspective.
I have no intention of talking to a traitor.
Traitor? Ross?
He's gone over to the other side. He's defending my enemies.
You don't have enemies.
Ross is acting as attorney for the Lewises. He's defending that murderer Billy and his thieving daughter.
How? How can he do that and still remain president of Spaulding Enterprises?
He can't. That's why he's resigned.
Wait a minute. Resigned, Ross?
If he hadn't, I would have fired him. He's made his choice. Now he has to live with it.
But then, Alex, Ross
Stop it, Philip. I don't ever want to see him or even hear his name again.
State your name, please.
Sally Gleason.
Now, Miss Gleason, you were present at the Spaulding Charity Ball at the Blue Orchid last June.
I was.
And at some point in the evening, you were alone with the defendant in Warren Andrews' office.
Yes.
Were you aware of the presence of Mr. Corday just outside the door?
No, I was not.
You were involved in a discussion with the defendant?
Yes.
What was the nature of that discussion?
Well, I don't exactly remember.
Mr. Corday has testified.
Well, I of course remember that we were quarreling.
About what?
Billy was upset.
About what?
It was nothing serious.
Your Honor.
Miss Gleason, the court would appreciate your answering more specifically, please.
Could you repeat the question, please?
What were you and Billy Lewis quarreling about?
Reva Shane Lewis.
Order.
You see, my son, Kyle, had been paying $10,000 a dance to waltz with Reva, who was a married woman. She's married to H.B. Lewis, Billy's father. Billy was concerned about the family honor, how all of this would look to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I must say I couldn't blame him.
And what was Billy's attitude?
I don't know what you mean.
Was he upset?
Yes,
Angry?
a little.
Violent?
Oh, no. No, of course, he felt his father had been publicly humiliated.
And he blamed Kyle Sampson.
Yes.
Kyle Sampson, the man who had already taken over Lewis Oil.
Yes.
The man who had destroyed Billy Lewis professionally and who was, as far as Billy knew, threatening his father's marriage and holding the Lewises up to public ridicule, and you say that he was just a little angry.
No, well, Billy was upset.
Isn't it true that he hated Kyle Sampson and wanted to pay him back for what he had done to all the Lewises?
Objection. Speculation.
Sustained.
Was he there to try and murder Kyle Sampson?
No.
Objection.
Sustained.
Does Billy Lewis have a gun?
Well,
Did he have a rifle?
He was angry,
Did
of
he
course.
aim it
well,
at
I
Kyle
don't,
Sampson?
please,
Did Billy Lewis have a gun?
No. No, he did not.
Order. Order.
Mr. Corday has testified that Billy had a gun.
Mr. Corday must have been mistaken.
Are you saying that he is lying?
It was the room. It was very dark. The lights were low, and it might be that he couldn't see things clearly.
But you did. You were there.
Yes. And I have told you exactly what went on.
You are lying.
No.
You are perjuring yourself.
No.
What, did Mr. Corday?
Mr. Corday would do anything to protect his wife.
His evidence was incriminating. No,
Objection,
you are
counsel.
lying.
Why?
Who are you trying to protect? You know what happened in that room. Billy Lewis tried to murder Kyle Sampson.
Objection, Your Honor. Counsel is
You
blatantly
are going to
badgering
prison
this
along with the
witness.
rest of the defendants. I will see to it myself, Miss Lewis. You will not get along with
Order in
lies.
the court. Objection, Your Honor.
What did you do before you came to Springfield?
Mr. Scott.
Objection, Your Honor.
Isn't it true that you were a prostitute?
No!
And that you were madam of your own bordello? And that you have made your way in life and made your fortune through nothing more than deceit?
That is not true. I never did. It's not true, I tell you. It's not true.
No more questions, Your Honor. There isn't any point.
Order in this court.
We'll continue with part 2 of Guiding Light in a moment.
Order. Order.
Mr. Scott, consider this a formal warning. I remind the jury to disregard the prosecutor's outburst. Do you wish to cross-examine, Mr. Marlowe?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Very well.
Miss Gleason, I won't keep you much longer. A few simple questions, and then you can go.
Thank you.
Now then, what is your relationship to the defendant?
He is my son.
I believe you misunderstood me. What is your relationship to the defendant, Billy Lewis?
Billy is a friend. I've known him, you see. I've known his father since before he was born. I've known all the Lewises for years.
Mm-hmm. And what is your relationship to Kyle Sampson?
Kyle is my son, by H.B. Lewis.
Now then, Miss Gleason, would you lie under oath, perjure yourself, as the district attorney has so colorfully suggested? Would you do that to protect someone who is a friend at the risk of your own son's life?
Of course I would not.
Mm-hmm. Now then, did you understand and hear Mr. Corday's testimony about the night under discussion?
Yes, I did.
Can you offer some explanation as to the discrepancy between his version of what happened and your own?
Well, as I said, the room was dark. The lights were low, and Billy and I were arguing. And now he might have had something in his hand, something from the office and from the hall. Well, it might have looked as though it could be a gun, but I assure you that it wasn't. And of course, Billy and I were arguing. He might have said something like, I'll get Kyle, and then Kurt would have confused that, and in his confusion would have misinterpreted the object in his hand. I mean, he had put 2 and 2 together and would come up with 3.
Objection, Your Honor. The witness is drawing a conclusion.
Sustained.
Did you see Billy Lewis with a weapon in his hand at any time throughout the night of the charity ball?
No.
Do you believe Billy Lewis to be capable of premeditated murder?
Never. I've known Billy since he was a little boy. Of course, he's a bit hot-tempered and full of bluster, just like his father, but inside he's a very gentle man. And don't forget what it was that we were arguing about. I mean, no one would ever commit a murder over anyone as insignificant as Reva Shane.
Thank you very much.
Order.
Your Honor, no further questions.
Redirect, Mr. Scott.
Not at this time, Your Honor, but I do reserve the right to recall the witness at a later time.
You may step down, Miss Gleason, bailiff.
Is something the matter? What? No, not really. What? But what?
I'm going back to work soon, Maureen. My maternity leave is up very soon.
Oh, and you're afraid you're going to miss baby. Well, that's all right. She'll be right there at the daycare center at Cedars. You can see her on your break.
The daycare center is not good enough. I am going back to the trauma team. You know as well as I do what kind of hours they are. There's no point in trying to schedule anything. I mean, I could be on call at home, and what am I supposed to do? Just up and leave the baby?
Well, no, why don't you get yourself a private nurse? I mean, I must have 100 resumes on my desk. I'm sure we can find you one.
This place isn't big enough for the two of us, let alone a nurse. What am I going to ask him to sleep on the couch?
I guess not. Well, we'll just get you a bigger place. Listen, I've got a newspaper downstairs, and we'll go down and we'll
Maureen,
look it up
come
and
on.
we'll do some
Maureen, I can't afford a nurse, let alone a new apartment. Come on.
No, I guess not. You know, I'm sorry. I wish there was something I could do, but the board is in charge of setting salaries, Claire, and I really can't.
No, I'm not asking for a raise.
No, I know you're not. Well, I just wish there was something I can do. I mean, this is not that big of a problem. We just put our heads together. We can come up with something, right? Come on, Claire. There's a solution. We just have to find it.
I've been giving it a lot of thought.
What, you've come up with something? What?
Yeah, I'm taking the baby and I'm moving in with Sam.
I don't know who to believe. Why would Kurt lie?
Why would Sally?
You think Kurt was lying. Why don't you go on up there and ask him?
Excuse me, Mr. Sampson, I'm sorry about what happened.
What did happen, Kurt? Tell me.
Well, it was like I said. I saw Billy with the gun, and I saw Miss Sally talk him into putting it down.
And that's the truth.
Why would I lie about something like that? You know how damaging that is to Billy's case.
Listen, honey, I don't think we should be talking with them.
What?
I think we should be going. You may have said too much already.
What do you...
Come on.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Why would Sally lie like that? I mean, I know that she's lied to me before. That's no secret, but to side with the Lewises against me, my own mother's deserted me.
I won't desert you, honey. And you're not alone in this.
Don't you forget what I told you. Marriage License Bureau is right down the hall. $5 blood test. Off you go.
We can't get married till things settle down, until Mavis out of the hospital, until this trial is over, until things get back to normal a little bit.
I don't think things are ever going to be normal again, Kyle. Honey, I want to marry you as soon as possible. Are you listening to me?
Why would she lie like that? Why would Sally lie?
And why would she side with Billy instead of siding with you?
Darling, Kurt told the truth out there, and I don't blame him for it. I didn't have a blackout tonight at the charity ball. I remember everything clear as a bell.
What are you saying, Billy? Are you telling me that you aimed the gun at Kyle?
Yeah, but I couldn't go through with it. Everything that Miss Sally said was lies, except for one thing. I could not kill Kyle.
Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you come to me and tell me that? We'd grown so far apart that you couldn't...
No, darling, it wasn't anything like that. No, I thought it was all over. I meant it when I said I was going to try. I said I'd try and patch it up between me and Kyle. I thought everything was going to be okay.
What happened, Billy? What went wrong?
Damn, I just don't know. I'm afraid, Vanessa. I'm afraid that Ross's plea may just be right and that I am going crazy. You know, I can remember everything that happened at that charity ball, clear as a bell. But I don't remember what happened at the wedding reception. I don't even remember being there.
I know. Really, I don't understand Miss Sally. Why is she lying about everything?
I don't understand that either. I don't know why she's protecting me and not her own son.
Was that the minister?
Yeah, I just reserved the church. I don't want to have a minister. I don't want it to be a day of mourning and pontificating. I want it to be a time when all of us can get together and remember Lou Jack the way he'd want us to. The good times, not the bad ones.
You think Alexandra will want that?
I'm worried about her, Warren. She doesn't seem to be accepting Lou Jack's death. I mean, she has to mourn him, and yet she isn't.
Oh, she's grieving, Philip. She's broken up inside. What she's doing is channeling it into rage and hatred. I just hope she comes to terms with her feelings before they destroy her.
Warren, don't you think there's something we can do for her?
Mm-mm, not today. Let's just let it go today, okay?
If she'd only give in to what she's feeling. Warren, she hasn't even shed a tear.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry if I disappoint you, Philip. But sometimes tears just aren't enough.
Someone who prides himself on the powers of perception, you can be remarkably insensitive.
Well, I don't want to be insensitive. I guess I just don't understand the situation. I saw that a relative of yours had died, and I just thought I'd come down and see you and keep you company and try to cheer you up.
Lou Jack was more than a relative to me. He was a good friend, and I miss him deeply.
Well, I didn't know.
How could you? You know nothing of me.
Well, that's another reason why I came down here, so I could get to know you better.
And what does that mean?
India, I followed you here because we shared something special. Something I didn't want to end. Now, it may have been a fling to you.
I don't have flings.
Well, neither do I. I mean, if I don't know you, then you don't know me. I came here today to see if I could help. That's all. Will you let me?
How do I know I can trust you?
What have you got to be afraid of? Miss Sally, you lied in there. I know it, and I think a lot of other people know it, too.
You don't know any such thing.
I know what I saw. And you know what I saw, too.
I don't have to stand for this.
Look, I know why you did it. You did it because you care about the Lewises. Because you don't want to see them hurt. Well, I had the same choice to make. Only I chose to tell the truth.
Why? You had to know the damage it would do.
No. No, Billy and Mindy are innocent. I know they are. Now, lying only confuses the issue, makes things worse. The simple truth is going to be what's going to set them free.
Why did you do it,
Sally?
Why did you lie? Do you know what you've done to Kyle? He never knew what happened that night. Why didn't you tell him? Why didn't you try to protect him? I thought you loved your son, Sally. So did he. I always hated you for what you tried to do to us. But I almost understood it because I thought you were doing it out of love for Kyle. But now I see just how wrong I was. From the way you acted in there, anyone would believe Billy Lewis was your son, not Kyle. Go.
My grief for Brandon is my affair. It's no concern of yours, either one of you. I'll handle it in my own way, in my own time.
And when will that be, Aunt Alex? How long can you keep it all bottled up inside you?
I will not put my emotions on display for the public. We're Spauldings, Philip. Or have you forgotten that? We know how to keep control of our emotions.
But that's just the point, Aunt Alex. There's no one here but family. It's okay. Just let go.
Let us help you, Alexandra.
The only way that you can help me is by remembering where your loyalties are, especially you, Philip. You're a Spaulding, and I expect you to stand with me against Kyle Sampson and the Lewises.
It's not a war, Aunt Alex.
That's exactly what it is.
Alex, please,
I'll see you at the service then.
I don't think you should be alone.
I didn't ask what you think. Thank you both for coming. I know you meant well.
Claire, you're not serious.
Oh. Yes, I am. I mean, there really aren't that many options now, are there, Maureen?
But what about your job? What about your friends?
I'll get a job. I won't be that far away.
What about Ed? You know it's going to crush him to be separated from his daughter.
I'm not kidnapping Maureen. I mean, he can come and visit me and Bibi anytime he wants.
No, there's got to be a less drastic solution to this.
Well, I'm afraid not. I think it's the best possible solution to move in with Sam. At least it's the only one that I can think of.
Claire, what if I knew somebody who had a couple of extra rooms right here in Springfield?
And if wishes were horses...
Claire, why don't you move in with me?
What?
Yeah. I'm downstairs all by myself. You know I've got plenty of room, and to be perfectly honest, I could use the company.
You want us to move in with you?
Yeah. It's perfect. I don't know why I didn't think of it before.
You sure that's a good idea, Maureen?
I know it is. It's all for the best. Come on. You know I would love to be around you and the baby.
Well, I am tempted. It would solve all our problems now, wouldn't it, Bibi?
All right, then. But no buts. No more discussion. Settled, isn't it? Yeah. You know, if we really hurry, we can get everything all packed up and have the baby moved in before christening.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Yes. All right.
Sorry I didn't know this, Lou Jack. He sounds like a very special person.
Like no one else. I didn't see him very much in the past few months, and when I did... But there was a time when we shared so much.
Like what?
Like one night when we went riding on his motorcycle.
You went riding on a motorcycle? That's
Hard to imagine, isn't it?
Oh, no, not really.
Oh, no, we were all dressed up. Lou Jack had on a tuxedo, I had on a mink, et cetera, et cetera. And we just took off. And we ended up at a point called Indian Point. And we sat underneath a tree, and we looked up into the stars, and we shared our dreams that night. We formed a bond I can't describe. Lou Jack was the only person who accepted me when I first came to Springfield. For what I was, not for what he thought I wanted.
What did you want?
I wanted a friend. And Lou Jack became that friend. And I would think of him and that night, and I'd never be alone.
Well, you should never be alone.
I was so young and so foolish. I didn't know what friendship was. Things happened. Circumstances I don't really want to think about right now. And I betrayed him. I got so caught up into what I wanted and how to get it that I couldn't handle him. His openness or his honesty. And I lost the only real friend I ever had. And I am going to miss him. I have my memories, but I also have my regrets.
Hey, you also have a new friend. You have much too much to offer to be alone. And you're much too beautiful to be this sad. Be happy, pretty lady. Let me make you happy.
This has got to stop. The thought of a continuing relationship with you is absurd. We have to face reality.
Why?
Because.
What is reality anyway? And you don't rationalize what we have together, just enjoy it. That way we won't have any regrets.
Sometimes I feel as if all I have is regrets.
That's a terrible waste of time. When life's over, you'll find out you haven't really lived. Did Lou Jack live for today or for tomorrow?
Oh, Lou Jack was definitely one person who must certainly live for today. You're not like anyone I've ever met before.
I assume I should be flattered.
Philip never talks to me like this. Never makes me think the way you do.
What makes you feel?
I can't keep seeing you. It's impossible.
Nothing is impossible if you want it bad enough, and I think you do. You're a clever woman, and you'll figure out a way. Just don't take too long.
Oh, damn you. I don't even know your name.
Simon. It's nice to know what matters now.
Anyone having business with this court, please enter now.
Maybe we'd best go in.
The divorce is official now. I have the papers. I can send them, okay?
No rush, darling.
HB. Are you okay?
Maybe a little tired. I'm worried about my boy in there. If you ever need me, Reva Shane, I'll be there for you.
Thank you, Harlan. I know you will.
I still love you. That's why I gotta say, don't be in all that big a rush to marry Kyle. Wait until Maeve's started is better.
People call Kyle Sampson.
Oh.
Please raise your right hand.
Oh, just a minute, Mr. Scott. Do you anticipate this to be a lengthy testimony?
Mr. Sampson is the chief prosecution witness, Your Honor. I do expect it will take some time.
Well, considering the hour, I think it best that we recess now and reconvene tomorrow morning. You're dismissed. The court is adjourned.
All rise.
Ross, there goes trouble, I'm afraid. Big, big trouble.
Oh, I forgot. Just about you for dinner.
has been Guiding Light. Fashions provided by Lily Rubin Salon South Southwest and Barney's. Furs by Georgios Papas of New York. Be sure to be with us tomorrow for another full hour of Guiding Light.